We were doing a few things around town, and has been told that our sister had died. Even though we killed her, which we didn't tell anyone. Anyway, I have thought for some time and have decided that I will actually go to the funeral, which is more like a boss fight, and see what happens. That costs a lot of stamina. Yes, it does. Okay, well, I'm not using that, I'm using this. Okay, I want damage. That's the one I do want. Peel damage. No, that I also need some. Bullets. How much bullets we can get? Now, I'm not saying there is gonna be a boss fight, but I am saying is I have a feeling there will be. I can sense it. I have a feeling this. So before we go,
Good evening, Milt. Good.
I'm gonna buy some stuff for this man.
Choice, Doctor.
Alright. Give me that. Molten soccer. That could be interesting. And useful. Should I or should I mean, I have the money, why not? I mean, how does it compare to the slogan I have? And 17 versus. Okay, maybe I can upgrade it. Okay, there's a hideout I can actually. You know what? I'm gonna go to the hideout over here. I want to see if I can upgrade the shotgun. Who we got here? We got big guys here now. Agreed. Yeah, I cannot win this battle.
Oh, Christ! I said stay away, sir!
What are you doing down here? No, I don't want to go on down there.
It's locked, all right.
Wait, I can go over there? Wait, no, I've been to that part already. Haven't I? Okay, you know what? Forget it. We're not going over there now. You big doofus! I killed your friends, and you did nothing to stop me. Ow. Hey, boy. I'm murdering your friends. Have everyone came up trying to stop me? Well, let's see.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Yeah, I need to talk to my mom about asking her, hey, this is not have a funeral at night. This place is not a good place to have things like that.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Get back here.
This is despicable.
Yeah, keep walking up though. No one's gonna go out to help you. Why are you still here?
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiao Shun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity.
Well, this is not a
Some
good
way
place.
to remember, my dear Matthew.
It's covered with skills. The skills everywhere.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiao Shun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
Yet.
You
Kill
don't
it yet.
understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
You should not be by yourself. Grief can be a terrible trial, and it's even worse when you're alone.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me. even if I don't quite understand why.
Well, because I'm a doctor.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary.
Which is where
She
I'm
died
going.
in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I wanted you to know that you have done nothing wrong. Unlike me.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
Maybe that's a convention to actually go home.
You realize you can't stay here forever, don't you? Eventually you'll have to leave the cemetery.
Why? Why should I go? Since this is the only place I can find peace of mind.
To be honest, I don't know. Please forgive me if I've upset you. We must all honor our departed loved ones in our own way.
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's
I
just
told
say,
you.
I too have a good reason to visit cemeteries at night.
Please accept my condolences for your loss then, Dr. Reed.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
This part of town is very fragile. I hope the trust so many people put in her will not be betrayed.
Goodbye for now.
You know you can trust me.
Yeah, okay, I hope nothing bad's happen. Nothing bad happened to her. Okay, once again, I have a feeling
Since
I'm going
I can't
to...
reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony. I have this thirst for blood. My mother would die if she were to see me in this state. I must wait.
Oh, I don't know. I can actually go up here.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Yeah, look at eyes, kind. Don't look natural right there.
Jonathan,
Or normal.
there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
I wish the tears would come. But I'm empty. And I feel a hypocrite.
Let your pain run free, Jonathan. Don't smother it. What you feel is your humanity. Don't be so quick to lose it.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How is it possible? Tell me. Is it so easy to take a life every night, and then just smile and nod at those you spared?
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You've felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Thank you, my lady. I will.
Good. But be careful. If I found you here, others may too.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. I got a feeling I'm gonna get an option 2. I can actually try to bring it back, which I won't, because I know that would be a bad idea to do so. Well, alright, let me go to toots. I will go to toots.
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
All right.
Jeez, can we talk? Made a want to you.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn? You reek of guilt and pointless compassion.
Who the fuck are you?
Shed your skin. Forget your old, weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them.
You're a
or
big
I
boy.
shall turn as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Welcome, Kane. I'm gonna kill you, Kane.
This man stunned me with his face. His crucifix. This is not good news.
No, it's not. Yeah, I just attacked him. The skull was attacking him. I mean, hey, he was weakened. Somewhat. Call's gonna be for this one, please. Like an a-hole.
Yes?
Oh wait, you're not the a-hole one. No, you're the good priest.
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart.
Oh, you wanna know what? You wanna know?
Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor sister?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
See, I like that, please.
There. I confessed to that vicar. Do I feel better? Only time will tell.
I don't know who the fuck that fucker is. I don't know what he's out there for. But he is. Now, anyway, before I go, there's actually something I want to try. Alright, I need to talk to him. She knows him, so I need to talk to her and see I can find a way to actually get to him and talk to him.
You pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week,
Good evening, my...
Have you any news on Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I can't believe that people are naive enough to trust her medicine. She's just a shady nurse with good connections.
Goodbye.
Okay, he doesn't have anything for me to use. No, I don't want to go there. Alright, let's just head back.
Best run along home, sir.
Oh, at least the weapon's not back. So yeah, then we go back the same way I came to. Even though more likely that one vampire force will come after me. Hey, I can find him. Alright, I got a feeling I need to increase my memorizer.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. You. I remember you.
Who the fuck are you?
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
You selected me, chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
Thanks for helping.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind?
I think he was just projecting into your mind.
Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Yeah, that's my guess. I think he was just projecting his will onto your mind. You know what? I'm just gonna kill this fucker. Hey, bitch. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is how I'm supposed to get over here. Yep, now I remember. Big 60. I like that. And put the damage here. There we go, I just need to unlock that door.
This is despicable.
Alright. I talked to the eagle, then I was. Who the fuck is in there? Hi.
Protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Oh, so you're the needle of the
Leave
god.
him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory.
So you'll be my
Just
arch
had the
nemesis
carpet
then.
cleaned.
Alright, Van Helsing. Get out of here.
By the
You don't mess with me,
this
I
is
don't mess
very
with you.
Bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly.
Oh no.
And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Do you really believe they would come for us here? In such a public venue?
McCallum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Sad Saint of Eton.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
You are going to reveal all your secrets to me. Even the darkest thoughts in your heart.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Everybody's afraid. Death has always been a frequent visitor. But murder? How can we cope with that?
As a nurse at this hospital, it is your duty to deal with these things as best you can.
Yeah. Until it's my turn to have blood spread all over the walls. I entered the room first, Dr. Reed. I've seen what that monster did to the woman.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
The saison.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
That's what I see they ain't to do.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but... well, maybe it was him.
Goodbye, nurse.
A giant morgue disguised
Good evening, Miss
as a
Howcroft.
hospital.
How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attacked? Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Well, I could mind control her and turn her into a vampire. That would be ironic.
Is there anything you can tell me about the recent commotion here?
Many things can happen under cover of night, Dr. Reed. But I took no part in this massacre.
But did you see or hear anything?
I can't say I did. But the smell of fresh blood almost made me faint, Doctor.
I'll leave you, Miss...
So many deaths. And not of my own life.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Beauty is not everything, Mr. Elwood.
Says Mr. Pretty Face.
Oops.
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Can you tell me anything about recent events at the hospital?
Before the shouts and the noises, I think I heard whispers coming from the stairs. 2 voices, maybe more.
Did you recognize the voices? What did they say?
I couldn't hear. Sounded like they were arguing or something.
Goodbye.
So what I'm getting is people have been talking upstairs.
What on earth happened here?
I'm quite busy right...
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Nothing like this would have happened if we'd had enough staff and proper shifts.
So you don't think the blame is ours?
We all hold fast here, Dr. Reed. Our methods may differ, but we are all trying to make a difference.
Once again, I hate, but I like them.
Thank you for your
He's doing trying his best here.
Good evening, Dr. Strick.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I'm sure it was not your fault, Dr. Reed.
My fault? What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. It's just... I heard it was you who brought the murderer inside our walls. But you couldn't know, could you?
Goodbye, Dr.
Well, now you pissed me off now. Listen. The man was sick. We helped him. And I would just tell people, listen, he was just confused. More likely infected by some disease.
Oh, Jonathan. I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman. Butchered by some savage scowl.
Can we sell this meal? That's fucked up.
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the scowl, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent, for there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
He was
He
huge.
was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
Well, I got a thing. I want to deal with him.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Have you embraced this woman, like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they ask.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Thank you, my lady. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Yeah, pretty much.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Someone killed Miss Jones in her room, and Mr. Hampton's gone missing. Doesn't take a genius to piece it together.
You don't seem shocked by any of this.
Why should I be? Whoever did this must be long gone by now. And besides, he got rid of the old bag.
No, you're nice to talk to.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
It's a tragedy, pure and simple. The hospital is meant to be a safe haven to all. We've failed the people who trusted us with their care.
Do you think I should not have brought Mr. Hampton back here?
It's not your fault. You rescued that poor soul. It was the Christian thing to do. But we should have noticed his instability.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
I mean, I'm just getting the exact same answers here over and over. Hey, are you peeing over here?
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
All I know is I ain't letting anyone rip my throat out in my sleep. I found myself a nice blade, Doc. I'm ready.
A blade that I gave you.
I'll leave you for now.
No, I don't want. You know, I just.
Hello again.
Good evening, Doc.
Goodbye.
Alright, well, let's deal with this, man. Oh, man.
It seems the Freewen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
I'd head back if I were you, sir. Best be moving on. You get them weapons ready! Fight Killing bastard! The power of the Lord!
Ow. They better not be killing people here.
Best be on your way out. Die, man! There's one of them vermin. Sir, no civilians allowed.
Alright then. Oh, even more? Alright. Fine with me.
Watch it! It's a killer! Bloody leech!
Better. Oh, you know best. Oh, you're not it.
Hardens me to know you can't see me. Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Doc.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Mark my words, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
A vampire? Whatever do you mean?
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
Best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back, and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Good evening.
You mean the
Mr.
beast?
Delaney.
What? Murders by night.
I found the location of the explosion, Mr. Delaney. I placed a flower for you where it happened. Just as you asked.
Really? That's so kind. I never thought someone would... Well... Thank you, Doctor.
It's nothing, really. And I'm sorry for your loss.
What? No, I didn't know them. No car was supposed to park there that day. Stupid bastard, why did he park there?
You're the man who hit that bomb.
I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone.
Well,
I'm looking for
yeah,
Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted.
Who could tell me?
About the sad saint. But try asking Tom what's about him.
Goodbye, Mr. Dillon.
Alright, I want to talk to this guy.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton.
Ichabod Crane.
Vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well,
Science.
I'll be glad to enlighten you.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So he knows about the vampires over here.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything...
Well, I don't think you're so far, so...
I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
Yeah,
if you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
It is no option to tell him I'm a vampire. just out and convince him, hey, I'm a vampire. Please tell me I can do that.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols.
Garlic
They
too?
also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business.
I think he's crazy, and does this happen to be vampires too? That's my guess.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there... they have plenty of reasons to hide.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested.
Oh my.
By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Poor guy.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
Always Tom.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Goodbye.
Well, glad to meet you. Well, Tom, everyone to talk to me to talk to you.
What can I do for you?
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Why do I got family up in that area that I can't find a way to get into?
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Alright, I'm gonna talk to this guy, then
Good
afterwards
evening,
I'm gonna find a switch and deal with
Oh, you're that doctor.
scene.
I sense your guilt, Dyson. Why is that? Did you not think violence was an acceptable political tool?
I still believe our fight was just. By killing an innocent couple who were just at the wrong place at the wrong time. No way.
You made a mistake. A terrible mistake. Maybe an unforgivable one. But that does not mean that you are a monster.
I swear I did not want to kill anyone. I did not hide in the shadow to kill on purpose. That's my only defense.
God damn it.
I want you to remember the bomb, Dyson. Tell me about it.
No. I don't want to remember it.
Why use a bomb? What were you trying to destroy?
The Dawson & Dawson ammunitions factory. A symbol of violence against the people. My group wanted to destroy it to send a message.
The victims. They were not the target then.
I spent so much time figuring out the perfect moment. I used a short fuse. No car had ever parked there. They all died.
Goodbye.
Okay, yeah. Okay, but it's not in the area I can't get to, but it is at the Wilson Dock, so I can get there soon. let's do that.
Good evening, sir. I'm amazed you made it back to the docks alone. Good for you.
Well, I could say the same about you, young man. More to the point, who the hell are you?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
And I am Archer Woodby.
Oh, you're that
Please excuse my
thing.
assertiveness. I often forget I'm just an old prune.
What can you tell me?
People used to feel safe around here.
Missing the good old days, are you not?
Trust me, son. The longer you live, the less meaning your existence will have. You need to remember the days you still had beliefs.
And what about the gangs?
Back in my day, people trusted the wet boot boys. We looked out for the docks and its families. Nowadays, they're just a bunch of greedy fuckers.
You were a gang member?
I was their leader for a time, believe it or not. Now these bastards act like I'm nothing. Not one of them. They owe me some damn respect.
Sad to hear.
If you were such a respected figure, surely you have many interesting stories about this part of town.
You bet I do, but make no mistake. I'm no rat, sir. Some secrets are best left buried.
Tell me everything you know about the Guard of Priwen.
Andrew never told me what they do. I do know they're vigilantes with military training. Access to some impressive firepower.
And what is your personal opinion about the Guard, then?
This Guard of Priwen is just another gang preying on the young and naive. Preying on people like my boy. I know how it works. I invented it.
Why did your son really join the Guard of Priwen?
If I believed in a higher power, I'd see this as punishment for my own sins.
Oh.
I deserve it for all the young men I enlisted back in the day.
You don't believe in God, though, do you, Mr. Woodbead? So why did he join?
Now I think about it. Andrew joined the Guard, not to defy me, but to follow in my footsteps, to make me proud.
So your son has left you nothing to explain?
Not even a note. I'm a proud man, Dr. Reed. But I would kneel and pray if I...
Okay, I would like talking more, but...
Goodbye.
I don't have time for that.
Over there! There's one...
Oh, that's a higher power one.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable.
He's here somewhere.
Seems like the guard at Frewen is on Sean Hampton's trail, too.
Put an end to you! Die, beast! Die! Burn it, boy! This one's mine! Die, vermin! Want some of this? Got a taste in it!
Ow, 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 ow.
Burn it, boys! You leech! Yeah! I'll kill you! Leech, boys! That's all you Let's pin him down! Out some of this! Burn it, boys! I hate leeches!
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Jeez, those famed those guys are tough. Rats.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood. It's locked.
Maybe I can go through now. Yes, I can. Yeah, I might take my chances down here. Yeah, I'm not going in there. Yep, this definitely was Nox.
Over there! There's one of them!
And will you stop buying me? need to kill every single one of you.
This is no place for you, sir.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous
agreed.
part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
What can you tell me about the sad saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
Yeah, I know.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
I can have myself.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
I hope so.
You really think I should go back to a safer place, miss?
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
I heard the opposite.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
I hope so.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
I'm here to help the people.
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that title.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
Why such hatred? Are you judging me by my clothes and my job?
Course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
Hey, I'm trying to help people here.
What can you tell me?
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here.
And then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet you see me as an enemy.
Oh, your manners, your clothes, your words tell me everything about you, sir. I know your kind, and you don't belong here.
Oh no, Miss Paxton, you really don't know my kind. You have no idea who I am.
All right, okay. No need to get all worked up.
If you have something to say, say it. I'm getting tired of all this.
Oh.
Yes.
You want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
I can see that.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Well, I'll leave.
Burn it, boy! Bloody crime!
Get over here. Alright, so we're missing one more person here.
This is despicable.
Alright, after the fine scene, song, the sad scene, I'm going to end the stream. still worse, but you gotta keep on the 12s. Scene. No. I'm sorry. So.
Why the long face, Doctor?
As in your teens, you became one.
Is it all that worries you, Sean? My long face? Really?
This is a blessing for me, to become a Skal. Immortality gives me more time and energy, if truth be known, to run a shelter. What more could I want?
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Aren't you afraid of what you've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it?
He knows.
The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life
So
of
you're a
another.
vampire,
My kind doesn't
but
share
not,
your imperfections.
but not harmed by the cross. It does.
But you must drink blood now to survive.
No, not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. So saith the Lord. I only need to eat flesh, no blood.
I don't think that's how it's supposed to work.
Why return here?
This is my home. These people are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
Wonders never cease. Skal managing an asylum.
And what of you? A vampire doctor. Meals laid out before you. Yet you restrain.
True.
And what about William Bishop? He tried to take care of you. But this hunger, this thirst, cannot be restrained.
Alas, poor William. He had a good soul, but was weak in spirit. He could not shake the thirst for booze, never mind blood. But have faith. My will is far stronger than his.
Are you sure about that?
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
Maybe he was being controlled. Maybe one of the vampires, maybe the vampire that affected him, forced him to attack her.
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
Very well. You have definitely intrigued me. I hope you're right, Sean.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender myself to your judgment.
What the hell is going on here? Sound mean as a vampire. Now that's something.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Okay, I'm going west. I'll cut it right now, and after that, I'm going to end stream. So, just find a way to get out of here. Alright, what shall we upgrade? Oops. Now we need some upgraded. What else? Ultimate? I did the ultimate. Fine. Yeah, we're just moving towards the quest and health versus yeah, I probably should have waited a little longer. Uh-oh. It's getting worse now. So they go back to Whitechapel and help the people. I can heal him, but I don't know what I can do with those. Okay, I haven't gone here yet, so this was not going down. Okay, I wasn't as strong as I thought I was gonna be. But it's something. Anyway guys, thanks for coming, and until next time.